Welcome to Remembering Our Spirits. Not August, another A month, April 28th, 2023, from the book Around the Year with Emmett Fox, Making Terms with the Adversary. By coming to terms with the adversary in the first place, that is to say, by getting our thought right immediately concerning any difficulties, we incur no costs, and the transaction remains a simple one. Suppose that you find yourself sneezing. If you say, "There now, I have caught a cold again, I am in for it," and then proceed to dwell upon the thought that you have caught cold, you are giving the trouble the opportunity to dig itself into your mentality. People often indulge in quite a meditation upon colds. Instead, at the first moment that the possibility of catching a cold occurs to you, you immediately reject it and affirm the truth. The whole thing will be over in a short time. Or perhaps upon opening your morning mail, you find a notice informing you that your bank has failed. Many people in such a case would saturate themselves with the thought of ruin by rehearsing every kind of difficulty that might come. However, the proper thing to do immediately upon becoming aware of the news is to turn to God, your real support, and refuse to accept the suggestion of trouble as binding. Literally drive the thought of loss, fear, and resentment out of your consciousness. If you do this, working steadily until peace of mind is restored, you will presently find that in some way or another, the trouble will disappear. Either the bank will speedily recover itself, and there is no reason at all why one person's prayer should not save the bank and the fortunes of thousands. Or, if this is not possible, you will find your loss equalized in some other way. Whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. Romans 10:13. When I first started my spiritual practice back in 1993, after my near-death experience, I've shared this before, it was a constant brainer for a really long time for me to stop the negative fear-based thoughts of loss and lack and choose for thoughts of abundance and love and truth. I got really clear that I didn't want to be super attached to the form of how the problem resolved itself, because I learned that there's a power greater than me inside myself that I can choose to rely on, that has ideas and fixes that my ego mind would not come up with itself. So I choose to align myself with the mind of God. One of the prayers that I prayed a lot in the very beginning of my spiritual practice, and I still do today, is I invite you in to this fear-based thinking, beliefs, and perceptions. And I am grateful that you transform them into your love and your truth. And when I say your love and your truth, I'm speaking about the infinite, eternal energy of love that we all are. I would keep it short as well, and I would say, Holy Spirit, that's the languaging and the word I use for the voice of God within me. You can use any word or thought that works best for you. Holy Spirit, I invite you into this ego, fear-based thinking, and I am grateful that you transform it into God's love and God's truth. And there were times that it was so dark and gnarly and uncomfortable inside of me, and the fear was so acute and the anxiety was so intense that I would end the prayer with, "And please hurry the F up." Yes, in my world and in my spiritual practice, that is a genuine prayer. I keep it real with God. I pray real with God. And I use swear words at times when I am in my darkest, most desperate place. And of course, that energy, being only infinite love, receives every word that I say in my affirming, grateful prayer. Remember, as always, take the best for you and leave the rest. Have a blessed day.